Yo, 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 this is Too Real Sports where we keep it way too real.
Unapologetic, unbiased, uncensored.
Now, as you can see, we have our first special guest, first of many, but our first thank you. I want to get the thank you out the way right away. Thank you, appreciate it. SHAGARI, ALLEYNE.
Bronx native.
Yes.
New York City legendary basketball player.
Yes. If you, like he said, New York legend, so if you was in the, the 2000s and on, you know this man definitely. Rice High School.
Legendary Rice High School.
Kentucky, played under Tubby Smith, one of the legendary coaches. Also, just throw some players out there. Rondo was there at the time. Ramel Bradley, New Yorker.
Another one, yup.
You know what I'm saying? Graduated from Manhattan College, one of the better MAC schools and one of the better mid-majors across the country. Harlem Globetrotter, one of the names Skyscraper. You know what I'm saying? And also dominated from the PBL, D-League, FBA, IBA, all the way to Norway. That sound like I rhymed. I was like, I rhymed there, right? So yeah, again, SHAGARI, ALLEYNE, we want to thank you again, my brother, for being here with Too Real Sports.
Also, City and State. Don't forget that City and State at Rice too.
Yes. Yeah. Anything else from other stuff we left out? Some of that. I let them know, man.
Y'all really did y'all research, but now, you got the bulk of it. Yes, I think.
Now, before we go too far, I just wanted to show appreciation and thank you. So we got you a little. Let's cover the label because they ain't paid for it. Got your little rose, you know what I'm saying, champagne right there. You know what I'm saying, from Too Real Sports.
My man, appreciate that.
And before we jump into it, I just want to say from the jump, I went to Rice too. I was there a year behind SHAGARI. He was there. Just want to say from the jump, you always been cool, like always from the jump. None of that standoffish. You had a name. You was named throughout the country. None of that standoffish. You brought us in. You always showed love from day one. Along with you and J5, I specifically remember you and J5. Just want to say that, like, from the jump. Appreciate it, my brother. You here, you know what I'm saying? Good dude, stand dude from the jump, man, for real.
Very true.
Oh, man, appreciate that. Try to make guys feel comfortable, especially coming in,
And I appreciate that.
So they can enjoy that experience just as good as I did,
Well, it's right into the brotherhood, fit us right in, so another thing, appreciate that.
Appreciate that. A lot of basketball players at your level at that time, like you said, the piggyback, wasn't always that way, you know what I'm saying? So very much appreciate that. So let's get into your basketball journey.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll go from the beginning to later stuff in life and things like that. So start us off with, I guess, what started you, who would inspired you, things like that, to just start off with basketball.
So hoop. I had an older brother.
Okay.
I had an older brother that hoop. And he went through the ranks. He played junior high, high school, AAU, all that. Then you go on. So coming up, I watched him do it.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, cool. There's this game. The guys playing the drum, look wild fun. They shooting, they put them in the hoop and all that. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me try it. I think I'm a late bloomer. I started like 9, 10 years old.
Okay.
As opposed to guys who started when they was like 3, 4. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of late, but I picked it up. And then after that, my influences became guys like Pat Ewing. I'm a New York Knicks fan.
Yes, sir.
Pat Ewing.
Yes, sir.
He was the first big dude I seen, running the floor, shooting jumpers, doing blocking shots, doing everything, being very dominant. That was the first time I seen a player like that. And he was, aside from, that Knicks team, John Starks, Charles Oakley, they was the glue of that team. Now, like, it was one of those things that inspired me to be like, all right, cool, I can play this game. And then I took it from there, fast forward, and next thing you know, I'm at Rice, and I was very fortunate to play for a city and state championship.
Yes,
got
sir.
that, and then.
By the way, he killed that game. I was there. I was in the stands against Old Hollow, and then killed Watchman. I can't remember his last Watchman. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
He got washed. I remember it was like 2 shots that game. He brought us home, and I vividly remember that we was in there up in Fordham. Yeah, man.
Yeah, then to be honest with you, the rest is history after that. I was very fortunate because of that foundation to then go on and experience the things that I was able to experience. You know, ran on some of that resume. You know, with the Harlem Globetrotters. I wound up going to training camp with the 76ers. That was a dope experience. You know, D-League and so on and so forth. So the game of basketball to me has been very, you know, gracious to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't have to be. You hear all these stories about, you know, guys and, you know, what they went through with the game of basketball. I was fortunate not to really go through that like they did. So that was the cool part.
Hey, you 7'3", obviously, you know what I'm saying, you can see you tall. When would you get your growth? Like, when did you start, like, when did it, like, shoot up? How old were you?
I was always a big dude, man.
Not to cut you off, I remember my brother played, and I remember you played at Fordham. You was, like, in 7th, 8th grade, and you was already 6'8".
Yeah, I was huge.
Yeah, you was always, like, so, like...
It was, okay.
Like, what, like, how old were you when you shot up?
Well, shout out to 7 feet.
Nah, not 7 feet, but like when you started like really grow. Snap, I'm tall. I'm really starting to get tall.
Well, it's funny you ask a question like that because I didn't realize I was a big dude till later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's regular.
in my family, you know what I'm saying? In my family, like my family from the West Indies, so.
Shout out to West Indies.
They didn't really, you know what I'm saying? They didn't treat me like I was a big dude. They, you know, oh, that's Shagari, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like. Well, why y'all gawking? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was more, you know, so like when you grow up like that, I thought it was a regular thing to be as big as I was. Like I was a big dude from jump.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I was a big dude from jump. I remember having growth spurts in the summer, 5-6 inches in the summer. Like,
okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I came to Rice, I think when I came to Rice, I was already 7'2" when I came to Rice. 7'1", 7'2".
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, you're 7'3" now, right?
I'm 7'3" now, yeah.
I want you to, and this is better for y'all because Rice kicked me out. But explain to the non-New York viewers how big, not Rice is now closed, but how big of a program that was at the high school level so they understand how high of a level Shagari was playing.
Okay, Rice High School was the equivalent of the Dukes, the Kentuckys, the North Carolinas of the world. If you really, you know, go back and do your research, because, you know, as you mentioned, Rice was closed down. Rice was one of those schools where every year we came in nationally ranked, and more than likely we were in that top 5, top 10 spot. You understand what I'm saying? We were sponsored by Nike. We got the green light to go to these different tournaments and showcase our skills. So, you know, this was, you know, I was going into a program that, I mean, realistically didn't really need me, but, you know, could use me. You know what I'm saying? And what I had to provide at that point. So, you know, it was dope. It was a dope opportunity for me to do that. And it was one of my first times where I'm in school. I'm in 9th grade. Christmas time, we going to Florida, we going to Texas. I'm like, yo, we got the gear, we got the Nike gear, we got the bag. You can't tell me nothing.
Now I want to explain to the people because it might sound, because, you know, if you look at high school basketball now, it's on ESPN. They got Nike gear, they got Jordan gear, they all sponsored. But you got to understand, when Rice was doing this was like the first you've seen this.
Yeah, right? Everybody wasn't sponsored by Nike. Everybody wasn't traveling around the country. Everybody had team sneakers and Nike checks on anything. It wasn't like that.
And this is a small school in Harlem. That you walk past that looks like a brownstone.
It looked like a post office, as a matter of fact. And as a matter of fact, since not to piggyback off that, when Rice, I remember Rice being ranked nationally ranked since Felipe was there. Felipe was there in the early '90s, and it continued on all the way through here. And as a matter of fact, when the year y'all won City and State, y'all ended up number two in the country.
Yep.
Number 2 in the country. So that's what type of school Rice High School was.
Yeah. So and if you can remember real quick, maybe some of the players you played against in high school, some of the because that was a crazy era.
Yeah. In high school, man.
That was a.
Man, some of the names, Amari Stoudemire, that's off bat.
Yeah.
Sheldon Williams. Who else was?
Sheldon Williams got the baby by Candace Parker.
Candace
right?
Parker, yeah, that's him.
I mean, I'm sorry, Sheldon Williams, that's how diminished your career. He's also an NBA player.
He went to
Duke.
You know he had an illustrious career too. So So I was playing against like guys like that. In high school, I'm playing against Julius Hodge, Allen Ray. Mind you, this is in New York. This is in New York alone.
And it's funny, I got a Julius Hodge story real quick for 30 seconds. Oh man, I'm about to throw her under the bus, but it's all right. All right, this is my first time. This is freshman in Rice. First game, it was Rice versus St. Ray's. That was St. Ray's is also and still is a big time program, high school. So that was the first time seeing a rivalry. That was the huge rivalry, and Julius Hodge was there at the time, and you know it's crazy, it's noisy, it's in the Gauchos gym. And Julius Hodge is at the line, and he hits a free throw, cash. He goes to half court. This is his first free throw. He ain't even shut the section free throw yet. Walks all the way to half court, turns to the right section, grabs his piece, and you know, gave us the three words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not to throw him under the bus, I just want to highlight how intense those rivalries was in the city at that time.
And low key,
he didn't get a tech either, by the way.
No,
that also shows you how big time of a player he was.
Right, but I'm also going to give you a
NBA.
backstory on that too. Julius Hodge was also a product of that Gauchos basketball program, and so that was one day. Number two, me and Jules, we grew like when I first started playing ball, he was on my team. You understand what I'm saying? The first game I actually played for AAU-wise it was Kips Bay first in the Bronx. And then after that, I went and I played with the Gauchos, and he was on my team when I'm talking like 9, 10 years old. So, but you asked me to go back to your question as to who I played against. You know, Allen Ray,
Villanova.
Right.
Also went to the Celtics, I believe.
Right. Chris McCray, Julius Hodge, and then nationwide, I'm playing against, like I said, Amari Stoudemire. I'm playing with LeBron in the All-Star game. I'm playing,
That's what I kind of want to allude to. I knew the LeBrons was in there.
Yeah, LeBron, Chris Paul. A lot of guys that are in the NBA now. Trevor Ariza. First time I met Trevor Ariza, we played against him in a tournament in Houston. They beat us. They had a crew. Trevor Ariza, Brandon Bozeman, Hassan Adams. Like these are like big names. Like
D1 players.
D1 NBA guys. So
matter of fact, when y'all played against Oak Hill, who was on that team that was in the league? That made it to the league?
That made it to the league, Sagana Job,
yeah, that's right. Big man.
Rashad Karuf, I don't know if he made it to the league.
Was Carmelo there yet or not yet?
No, Melo came after. He came after. Rashad Karuf, Billy Edelin, the Sagana Job, and they had a crew.
They always had a crew. Yeah,
I'll give you a backstory on that Oak Hill game. Like they walked in like an NBA team. They had uniforms black, gold, and red. No white in their uniforms at all, yo. Mind you, that was against the rule not to have at least a little bit of white in your uniform. They walked in.
Just put me on.
Yo, they walked in. We looked across the court like, oh nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was the first time we really got clapped. Like, we got clapped.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up, but I remember that.
I'm not going to lie. We got clapped. You know what I'm saying? We got clapped that game. But it was one of those things to where we was like, yo, like, they bleed just like us. And then we took that ass whooping, and then we went to the following year. We only lost 2 games that following year. So
City State, I remember that.
Now one thing I want to highlight also, I want you to explain, because a lot of times people, whether it be high school all the way to the pros, the public perception is that athletes got it easy. You know what I'm saying? Or they get this money easily. So I just want you to highlight the sacrifice, the hard work, the practices, how long. I know, shout out Maurice Hicks. He was the coach at Rice High School. You had Tubby Smith at Kentucky, also a hard coach. So if you could just explain the sacrifice and everything that went into you playing at the highest level of basketball.
Man, the sacrifice was, Put it this way: if you weren't ready for it, you wasn't gonna last. Period. What prepared me for it unknowingly was the different AAU tournaments and stuff I'm playing in. And AAU, you gotta understand, AAU then wasn't like it was now. It was physical, it was a lot of trash talking. They people a lot of competition, Gaucho, Ripside, whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? And this is like in 7th, 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? We going back and forth, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what prepared me. Now, in terms of the sacrifice, man, listen, check this out. Mo used to have us in that gym. This is before the 20-hour rule, right? There's a 20-hour rule that says you're only allowed 20 hours for the week.
Okay.
Mo ain't care. We ain't had, first of all, we had no days off. And on top of that, our practices was like 3-4 hours long.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you was at 20 hours about day 4.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? On a Tuesday, we have the 20 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, on two, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? And we, like, back then, I used to be like, oh, like, I gotta go practice again. Like, this is crazy. Like, we don't got no days off. But Mo knew what he was doing, and Mo really, like, you know what I'm saying, in terms of going to the next, that's why he was able to get guys to get to that next level. Like, you know what I'm saying, like the Andre Barretts, like the Cal Cuffs, the Andre Sweets, the Kemba Walkers, the Edgar Sosas, you know what I'm saying, Russell Robinsons, you know what I'm saying? Like, myself, we were able to go to the next level because of that intense thing. And like, practice wasn't no walk, it wasn't no walk in the park.
Not at all, man.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, my freshman year, I'm going up against Cal Cuff. I'm going against Andre Sweet.
St. John's Duke.
St. John's Duke. My sophomore year, that's when Arturo Dubois came in. I'm going against this 6'8" dude who don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he's handle, shoot it, and he's physical. And I'm like, yo.
And in college.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yeah, right. Don't get me wrong. That's my brother. That's my guy. But it's one of those things where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it was one of my Mo, like, he's a mastermind when it comes to that. He's like, yo, look, I'm gonna get y'all two to clash. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always a solid competition between myself and Artie. You know what I'm saying? We never really spoke about it, but, you know what I'm saying? It was always one of those things, but, you know what I'm saying? And that he wanted me with my brother now, but to bring it back, you know, full circle, when we got out on that floor, because we was kicking each other ass during the week, you was gonna get it when we got on that floor. Like, you thought we was gonna put in all this work and come on this floor and BS you? Oh nah, you about to get this work, bro.
Yes, sir.
You gonna get this work. And that, you know, that was the attitude that Mo had. Mo was like, yo, look, that's what we gonna do. And we pressed. Like, we picked you up full court. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep you know, good.
Yeah. No. I was when you said the press. I don't know why people don't press as much no more. That's crazy. But we'll get into.
But you highlighted like the practice aspect within the team. But I vividly remember, like, I was playing for the Gauchos when I was like in like 7th grade, and I remember we had our practice because we was like the younger team. You know, Gauchos was the factory. We had to get there early because you had teams all day practicing.
That's a fact.
I practiced at 8 in the morning. But I remember you running up and down, working. I can't remember who was the coach working you out though. But it was 8 o'clock in the morning. You was there, not practicing with our team, but doing your individual work, getting ready. I guess you had practice later with the teams. So you did that, Rice. So you was definitely putting the work. I really remember that, man.
We want to know. We want people to know what it takes to be great, what it takes to play at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? And so I hope people are really taking in tune to all the stuff you put in to get to where you went now. Kentucky. Tell us about the Kentucky experience.
Wait, before we get into Kentucky, you committed to Rutgers at first. What made you change your mind from Rutgers to Kentucky?
It was like, all right, let me break down, because during the recruiting process, man, the recruiting process as a student athlete, as an athlete, period, is probably the toughest thing that you want to go through. Just in terms of, this is your first time making a major decision that's going to affect the rest of your life. This is the very first time. They're like, yo, look, moms can't help you, pops can't help you, nobody can help you except you.
That's 17.
And it was one of the things. I'm like, yo, I'm 17, 18 years old. I'm like, yo, alright, let me figure this out. One thing that helped me though, I knew that I didn't want to go to school in New York. I'm like, yo, I'm out of here. I'm not going to school in New York. I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying, go to school and come back home and do. I wanted my freedom. I was like, yo, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I had, you know, I visited all these schools. Mo Hicks, big shout out to Mo Hicks. He set up, you know, he helped me set up all these visits to the schools. And like you said, I committed to Rutgers. That wound up being the place where I verbally committed to. I committed there because it was the comfortable choice.
Yeah.
It was something comfortable. Coaches was just calling me, yo, Shagari, we really need you, we want you, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? And they really helped me transition. I guess in my head, it was one of those things to where it was still too close for home. You know what I'm saying? It was still too close to home for me. And that was one. Number two, I wanted a ring.
Yep.
I wanted a ring. I wanted to win a national championship because this is how I, you know, rationalize everything. I wanted a ring. the ring, then I can go to the league. From the league, you know what I'm saying? You're like, but before then, that'll help me with my draft stock going to the league. Like, yo, we got a national championship. Let's, That was my rationale. That was my rationale at 17, 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole thing. So I was like, you know what? Go to Kentucky. And big shout out to Coach Gary Waters. He, you know what I mean? He really wanted me throughout that process. But I had a different mentality. And there's no disrespect to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got love for, for coach or whatever. But it was one of those things where I committed. I saw Kentucky play against Utah, I want to say in the tournament. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, nah, B, I gotta go to Kentucky. I gotta go. Yep. I picked up the phone. I literally picked up the phone right after the game. Matter of fact, the next day I called him, yo, coach, I want to come to Kentucky. He said, yo, you sure? He's like, yo, you sure? You bailed out on us the last time. Yo, you sure? First, mind you, this is after he came to my crib. He came to the Bronx.
You talking about Tubby Smith?
Yeah.
Tubby Smith, yep.
Him and assistant coach Reggie Henson came to the Bronx. He was in my crib. He was in the hood, like in the crib.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Castle Hill.
Castle Hill. They came to the
Shout
crib.
out Castle Hill.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's after they came once. They were like, all right, cool. Well, if you're serious, we're going to come again. They came again. Handed me the papers. I signed, and then that was pretty much that.
I just got to ask, as a personal sports fan, how was Rondo? Now, I've heard, Rondo's a tough teammate.
Well, all right, you got to understand, I got a different relationship with him than a lot of people do. So, like, that was my teammate. Like, let's not get it twisted. Were we best friends? No.
Yeah, no,
we weren't best friends.
Yeah, I get that.
But when we did chill, like, that was my guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it like that. In terms of Rondo, I think this is my personal assessment. I'm not speaking for nobody else but myself. Rondo's misunderstood.
I think he's a genius on the court.
Hear me out. Rondo's misunderstood. The dude is smart as hell. I remember specifically, right? So you have the pick and roll, and then you have ways to defend the pick and roll. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I said, when we were at Kentucky, we were only accustomed to like 2 or 3 ways to defend the pick and roll. He's showing me another way, and I'm like, yo, what? No, we about to do this. He's like, no, God, I'm telling you, it's easy to, you know what I'm saying, when we do it like this. I'm looking like, what? He's like, no, just go down, blah, blah, I'll send it to you, whoopie-whoop. Next thing you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, next thing you know, fast forward to when I'm in the, trying out for pro teams and I'm playing, different pro programs, they running the same thing. In the off season, he was working out with Mike Diddy. He was working out, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's working out with these different NBA players, coming back and absorbing all that and trying to incorporate it into the joint. So when they say, you know what I'm saying? When they say that he's tough to deal with, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's more of a situation to where the dude is pretty damn smart. Like, his IQ is high.
And y'all came in together in Kentucky.
No, Rondo is a year after me.
Yeah, after you.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny you say that, and luckily I snuck it in before you started talking, because that's how I feel about Rondo. I think Rondo, I think that's why he doesn't get along with coaches, because he's so smart. He's smarter than the coach, in a way. In a way, where he sees the game in a way where he wants to do it his way.
I'll put it like this. You gotta understand, as a coach, there's only so much you can see from the sideline. No disrespect to any coach. There's only so much you can see from the sideline, right?
Exactly.
He's seeing this on the floor, right? So, like, you be like, yo, one of y'all be like, yo, look, we're gonna run, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna run, I don't know, we're gonna run horns, right? Rondo like, nah, we gonna run side pick and roll, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit the shooter on the other side. I'm like, yo, but Rondo, da-da-da. So we want to play. He like, nah, we scratching that. I'm calling an audible. He called out audible and it worked. And he like, yo, he looked back to the sideline like what's up?
See, I respect that.
I think he's going to be a great NBA coach when he gets to that time. Not the rest of his career.
No, he would.
I think he will be a great. I think he's going to be like a legendary NBA coach, because
he would be. I think he would be a player's coach. You know what I'm saying? Because he played the game and he also, and he also knows the game. So you got the best of both worlds.
Hopefully he won't but has the management. You know how that goes. Same situation. Mark Jackson or Jason Kidd. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think with Mark, there was something to it with Mark. I mean, you know, not to get. Mark had Curry under these handcuffs a bit that Steve Kerr let go. You know, so Mark does deserve another job.
Yeah.
But, you know, Steph wasn't shooting half-court threes with Mark there. And there was something with Steve that was like, go ahead, shoot it. I don't care.
You open, you can shoot.
But you gotta understand, Steve Kerr was a shooter too.
Yeah, and he played under Jordan.
Exactly.
So a shooter gonna recognize a shooter and be like, oh, now I'm like, yo, look, where these keys at? Let me take these cuffs off. Go.
Shoot that.
Let that thing fly. But if you do a dude who ain't really shoot like that, you're like, nah, we need you to run this stuff. Steve Kerr like, what? Nah, let that thing go.
Let it go.
He letting that cat fly.
I think him playing with Jordan too, he understands, let a superstar go.
Yeah.
Let them do what they want. He knew Phil wasn't overcoaching Mike. It was just kind of like, all right, go ahead, Mike. I'll give you the motivation and go ahead. And so I think he do that with Steph. I don't know if you see it, a lot of times they show him and Steph just sit on the bench together and he be in Steph's ear, kind of hyping him up. And that's what he just do. And then once the game started, he like, go ahead. Couple other things, well, any other basketball stuff, because I also now want to get to the next level, but any other basketball things we want to talk about or discuss, something that we forgot. Now, one, and if so, we come back to it, but one thing now I want to highlight is, you know, coming from where we come from and being the age that we are now, 31, people at the second part of life, right? You know, basketball players, anything. Drug dealers, rappers, from where we come from at the second part of life, and that's hard for a lot of people. But one thing I commend you from seeing from afar, I see you when you've always had a love. I remember even back in Rice, you rapping, but I see now you're taking that to the next step, and also with dancing, and I know salsa specifically and other dances. So if you could just talk about, you know, what got you to that next step, and you know, go ahead. My bad. Do your thing.
Okay. Well, first of all, it was a mentality for me. It was a mentality for me that I had to make. I made a conscious decision to surround myself around things that I like to do, that I enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first thing. And I think I've always had it, but once I made a conscious decision to do it, I think it went to that next level. So that's the first step. Second thing, you mentioned the music, you mentioned salsa. To be quite honest, not salsa, but these are things that I've been doing my whole life, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wrote in terms of the music, I wrote my first rhyme when I was 10 years old. Around the same time that I started playing ball. So that went hand in hand. You understand what I'm saying? Playing ball, and I started writing my rhymes at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dancing, I didn't dance salsa early, but I was always a dude that I just like to have fun.
That's
man.
It's funny. I know we about to say the same thing.
The rice party, my man was up in there getting busy. You see my man, the only 7 foot up in there getting busy dancing. Like, I post on the wall, up in there, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I remember, it's funny, damn, memories coming back now that you say that. When you said I've always been dancing, then I remember Rice Party. But I remember the girls used to be, and I don't hope to blow up your personal life now, but I remember the girls would, like, lap up, if that makes any sense. Like
two-leg word?
Yeah, one would get, like, kneel down, and the other one would get on her back just to dance with you, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you was heel-toeing and shaking, and whatever was the groove at that time.
I was shaking everything.
So it does make sense.
Yeah,
but I, like I said, I appreciate it because for me it's tough, you know, seeing some of our, you know, people that were New York City legends, so to speak, in basketball, and now we at the second part of life, and they stuck. You know, they can't find the joy in life,
right?
Because that's done,
right?
And so, you know, it's sad for me, but it's beautiful. And like I said, when I see it from you from afar, especially being a 7-footer. That's another question. Last basketball question, and then go into this. Not last, but into. I really noticed because as a 6-footer, people ask me, "Hey, you played basketball?" And it's like, I'm only 6 feet. Right. So I know as a 7-footer, so I know there's a lot of pressure all the time of people, you know, basketball. So I appreciate that you could get out of that, do that, but also be a human and other stuff.
Well, see, that's the thing, and you brought a good point. Like, what you got to understand is, as a 7-footer, as a big dude, they expect you to do sports and sports only, right? It's the only thing they expect you to do.
Especially if you black.
Right, exactly. Especially, and on top of that. But what you gotta understand is like, my upbringing didn't allow for that only to happen. When we was in Rice, did we not have ciphers and battles and dance joints and like we had all that in Rice alone.
Sure did, man.
After school, dudes would battle on the corner, 125th and Lennox. Am I right or wrong?
That's a fact.
We had ciphers at the end of school. So you mean to tell me I came from this origin where all this is happening? You don't want me to do none of that? You're bugging. You're bugging.
That's a
I'm
fact.
not. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rhyme because I know how to do it. I get busy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm still hoop. Like hooping is not something that just goes away. I'm always gonna have a love for it. But, and you know, talking about basketball, one thing about me, I always, you know, when I first started playing, I had a blind loyalty to basketball and basketball only. It was the only thing I knew. You understand what I'm saying? It was the only thing I knew. It was one of those things where it's like, yo, all right, look, you should be doing, and I followed that for a while. Yo, you should play ball. You should play ball. You should play ball. Now, I love hooping. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was able to, you know what I'm saying, endure all the, you know, all the things that came with it.
Yep.
I love it. But then, when you open your eyes and you see that there's different other lanes that you could touch as well, you're like, oh, okay.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You just try to figure it out, you know, in that regard. So, you know, it wasn't really a situation to where it you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see it as a negative. It was one of those things like, okay, I realized I was blessed in this arena, but I'm also blessed in these arenas as well.
And then kind of think about it, it's a smooth transition because you was a big man. You was a big man with footwork down on the block. So I made the transition to salsa music with definitely footwork involved. Right. Pretty smooth transition for you.
Yeah. In terms of the salsa, man, it started off as a favor. You're like, let's not get twisted. I grew up in a predominantly Spanish neighborhood. Caswell is predominantly Spanish if you've ever been there. Caswell, in the Bronx. So it's one of those things to where, you know, I had always heard salsa, merengue, bachata. I just didn't know what it was. But you always hear it when you go in the bodega. You know what I'm saying? The different things and whatnot. So fast forward, I came home from playing in the PBL, right? I came home from playing in the PBL, and I'll go check my mom's real quick. Mom's like, yo, I just started a new class. I started a new salsa class. I'm like, okay. Right. You know what I'm saying? She's like, it's going real well. So at this point, I'm expecting a question about to come. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at my watch like, any time now, like.
Something coming.
She's like, well, they have a new class that's starting up. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, look, if you want me to join, I'll do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want me to do it, I'll do it for you. I'm like, I don't care. It's salsa. Like, all right, man, whatever. She's like, well, would you be interested in doing it? I'm like, I don't care. Like, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. So we went, I went to the first class. I was like, yo, look, if it don't work out, at least I took one class. It ain't that serious. Yo, I walked in. Look to my right. I look to my left. I said, hold up, I'm gonna take one more class. I was like, yo, you mean to tell me every Tuesday I can get up? Oh, nah, yeah, I'm gonna take that class, B. Word, I need that. Word. This is what I've been missing. I should have did this in Rice, B. Facts, B. What?
I dig that.
You know what I mean? So, that was it.
Now I got two questions, two quick questions. Your favorite 7-footer, right? And then your favorite rapper ball player, and then I'm gonna ask you for one more favor, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Favorite 7-footer, I'm basketball, I guess. Favorite 7, like I told you before, I grew up watching Pat Ewing. Okay. So Pat Ewing, Pat Ewing, basketball-wise, I think he'll always have an impression in my mind because I'm a New Yorker and I grew up watching him. So he was the first thing I saw. So he'll always have that, that's I guess you call it a special place. And I gotta go with Shaq, man. Shaq. A lot of the influences Shaq made me look at the TV like, oh, wait, so you that dude and you doing? Oh no, I'm about to do this too. You know what I'm saying? Like you 7 feet, well shit, I'm 7 feet too.
I got personality. I got to show myself.
Yeah, like oh, so you do? Oh yeah, nah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's my man.
Yeah, and I know if you know when I was doing some homework. And you know, you Google, there's a lot of pictures of you and Shaq together and all that.
That's right.
You and Shaq Daddy together. Shout out Shaq.
Yeah, that's the that's the homie. He's family. You know, we got mutual peoples that made that link happen, and you know he showed me love every time I see him. So
that's love. So rapper, best ball player rapper all time.
All time.
Yeah, go get that Zoe album too, Born the Ball. I'll let y'all know more about that next episode.
That's funny.
Triple B's.
Best ball player rapper.
Matter of fact,
the only person I could come up with is Dame Lillard. I mean,
right.
Shaq did go platinum, but in terms of rapping, like what you gotta understand, I like rapping. I like lyrics. I like putting words together. I like, you know what I'm saying. I like all that fly stuff you can do with words. You know, like, you know what I'm saying.
The lyricists,
yeah, I like, you know what I'm saying. I like pressing that rewind button. And the only thing that you know, the only person that make me do that come to mind is Dame Lillard.
Shout out Dame.
You know what I'm saying? So big shout out Dame, yeah.
Now before we get up out of here, I gotta put you on the spot a little bit. We talked about music a lot. Mm-hmm. You got some bars for me? What's happening?
Yeah, I stay with a clip. I said,
got some bars for us? What's up?
I said, I get busy when I submerge in this, start splurging this, vocabulary when I'm burning this, microphone in the zone, let's burn the spliff, psych, I lied, that's word the clips, you see? And dummies don't like it when I go off. This lyrical tech 9 I show off, it turned me to a masochist. I started blasting this, cause y'all gave me y'all ass to kiss. So I'm killing the booth with bars and straight thinking like I'm getting revenge for Abe Lincoln. I reeled him in, it's part of the trap. Y'all looking at me like, oh shit, he can rap. Real recognize real, they giving me dap. And me, I show love, so I'm giving it back. In 80s baby, spitting that lyrical crack. I'm hungry, but I refuse to get full off Jackman. Used to be underground, now they calling it backpack. Always ready to shoot deuce in my backpack. They like, Gary, come on, this ain't you, homie. 7'3" with a gun? You don't shoot, homie. I shake my head like you right. It's true, homie. The deuce ain't the gun. It's my shoe, homie. I never said.
I didn't even know. My fault. Go ahead.
That's all good.
That was fly, dog. I ain't gonna hold
I knew it
you.
was about to happen.
That was fly.
You know what I mean?
I said, I never said that I carried the tool. All I said is that I'm ready to shoot, a straight shooter. I'm bringing the lyrical mag in this bitch, condom, the gun in the car, a magnificent. I am the leader of the Renaissance. I wear a size 21, I've been a Don. I mean a size 22, I am that dude. I'll cuss your mother out, I am that rude. Finishing move, a ravishing Rick Rude. I kill a baseline with the classical spin move. What you want, the sky hook, the drop step dunk, or the up and under? I dare you to jump. Hold on, don't get it crisscross, cause I'm pissed off. And look, bitch, no stilts, I am this tall. I rap, I dance salsa, I don't just ball. My talent, first ballot, take me to the Hall of Fame. My name ring bells like the Liberty, and it open doors like chivalry. I'm 7'3".
I knew it was about to happen.
My fault. I messed you up in the building, Joe. You called me off guard. That was crazy how you built that up.
It's all good.
Hey, again, man. Hey, we appreciate the hell out of you. Our very first of many, but our very first, so always have a place right here. We'll always remember this to the day I die. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you again, Shagari ALLEYNE, the New York legend, and I don't just say that just to be using words.
Do your research, it's facts, man.
That's straight on facts. And off. You can't go anywhere in New York if you was born in a certain era and nobody know you, so that makes you a New York legend. Again, man, love. I'm sorry, I don't know if you want to say some other stuff.
Nah, you already know. Legendary Rice High School. We gonna keep them rings big forever, man. For real.
They kicked me out, man, but I got love for them.
You know, we all started that, so you know what I mean. We all good.
Yeah. That's what me and my brother bet too. So
exactly. That's how it started, man. So shout out Rice High School. R.I.P. OG, man.
So again, we had a special episode due to the All-Star. There wasn't much to talk about. We'll be right back with all the sports talk on the next episode. Shagari ALLEYNE. I'm Mitri.
I'm Big Av.
Two real sportsmen. Don't give up. Don't ever give up, like the great Jimmy V say. Love y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Love.